Hello and welcome back. This is Too Soon to Stop, the How to Reinvent Yourself channel. I am Dr. Diane Craig. After 30 years on the emergency department and loving it, I am now ready to move on to other challenges in my quest to reinvent myself. I love the thought of being able to help you become a better version of yourself. We will have fun growing, learning, and being able to impact others to find the inspiration to improve themselves. No excuses, no regret of your past to hold you back. Having a forgiving and loving heart that is determined to move forward with no shame, no guilt, and no worries about things that have happened to you in the past. And you can't change this anyway. If you want to avoid challenges, then expect to stop growing and prepare a life of mediocrity. Comfort zones are not where growth and creativity are born. They are meant for just what they are called, for comfort. A place to lie back and take it easy. It feels good at the time, but do this year after year and you will wonder where time flew and why you are not as successful as you would like to have been while others are passing you by and living out their dream. In order to change this, you must hold yourself accountable. The more you ignore this, the weaker you will become. You must expect the unexpected. Building infrastructure prepares you for this. 1% clarity every day. 30% more clarity after a month. You must be willing to get past disappointments and rejections in a timely fashion. Let the disappointments be your school where you learn and become better. Remember, you will always have haters and naysayers. Not everyone will like you. You are here for a much higher calling, not to win a popularity contest. Also remember that you must take care of your body in order to have it perform for you. Do something special every day to improve your body. After a certain age, you must move to move. Pay attention to what you are allowing yourself to consume. Do not be afraid of what people will say or think if you fail. I am not saying that this is easy, but because it is not. Of course, you will want to be well thought of by everyone else. However, you must realize that what they are saying has really nothing to do with you and everything to do with them. Their shortcomings, their doubts about themselves, and their insecurities. Do not let their projected thoughts or ideas limit you. Projection is a coping mechanism used when the accuser is throwing their own feelings of inadequacies onto others. They feel stupid, therefore they tell you that you are stupid. A sympathetic friend would never say this to you or try to discourage you, but try their best to encourage you to keep trying. People lie, so therefore they accuse you of lying. A lot of times this accusation is made up nothing but silly lies themselves, and they have no proof. It still hurts when it is said to you, however. They cheat, therefore they accuse you of coming up with your ideas from someone else and plagiarizing it from something you've read or saw. There is no way they tell you that you are smart enough to think of your goals by yourself. Once again, they do not know what they are talking about. They have not seen you spending hours wrestling with your inner self to try to come up with an idea or plan that will help you to help others. You cannot possibly have thought of your idea by yourself, they say. As a young Black woman trying to figure out what I wanted to do with the rest of my life, I was repeatedly told this and been told that there was no way that I would wind up to be a doctor. I was not good enough to do this. I was not smart enough to do this. I was not rich enough to do this. I was not connected enough to do this. Of course, No one would take a black female doctor seriously, and I would have no credibility at all as a result. The negative responses went on and on. Sadly, a lot of this so-called advice was from people who were in a position of leadership and authority in my life. Well, 4 decades later, we see that none of this is true. So when you have someone accuse you of something that you would never do or even want for yourself, it is really them telling you how they feel about themselves. Being told I was not good enough was actually the way that they felt about themselves. They could never become a doctor, they thought. So let their snickers and snarky remarks of ridicule roll off your back like water off the back of a duck. You are going for much bigger rewards. Let the failed experience be your school of training ground and your boot camp. Process what happened, then give yourself your marching orders to move onward and upward. Remember, each time you move from being against the status quo, people don't like it. This is because it causes them to look at their own mediocrity, and you are serving as an unwelcome reminder. They will have comments and even want to offer you advice. Please accept this with a skeptical eye. Remember, if you want the life of the advisor, then follow their advice. However, if you are not impressed with their life, then kindly thank them and move on. No need to get into an argument with them. You will never change their mind until they see you succeed, so don't waste your time trying to convince them otherwise. Please keep in mind, God has a plan for your life. Without a plan, you waste time. We all have the same amount of time, 24 hours. We cannot change this, but we can certainly control it and determine how we spend it. Please read Jeremiah 29:11 out of the book of the Bible. Here's a quote from David Goggins, who's a Navy SEAL and author of Can't Hurt Me, which is an awesome book, highly recommended. He says, once your body realizes that you are not going to quit, it will adjust. Here's a quote from me. Once your mind realizes that you are not going to quit, it will adjust. Your brilliant mind will come to expect and desire for you to continue to challenge it and help it to grow, help it to become more resilient and more limber. It will become like a mean, lean muscle. You will become able to quickly notice things that others do not notice and figure out things easily that are hard for others to realize. This is wisdom acquired from putting in the hard work to achieve it. And who is the creator of wisdom? God. Your spiritual walk is so important during this process, so ask Him for wisdom, insight, and discernment. Even when you make mistakes, you are working to figure things out, figure out the root cause of what caused the mistake so that you can realize the need to take a different approach for success, all the while becoming a better version of you. Here is another awesome quote. You can't go back and change the beginning, but you can start from where you are to change the ending. This is a quote from C.S. Lewis, author of The Chronicles of Narnia. You have to get comfortable in your own skin and not rely on validation of others. You validate yourself by your own measures. This is why planning is so crucial for your growth. Learn to deal with your strengths and your weaknesses, which will allow you to become a strong, independent thinker and help lead you down the path of maturity. This is not to say that you stubbornly not listen to others when they're trying to tell you something. Just you do you. Remember, peer pressure will not pay your rent, your next car payment, nor will it feed your children. This reinvention journey is not for the faint of heart. You can't be superficial or artificial. You have to be the real deal, and those who are like you will also appreciate you and want to be around you and spend time with you because they know that they can trust you. You are a good friend and a good listener. There's no need for you to grandstand and be the center of attention because you get your validation from within. Being successful can be lonely at times. However, like the bald eagle, those that fly alone have the strongest wings. At peace with being alone, with their journey and their thoughts. You do not need attention to recognize your accomplishment. It is nice when it comes, though, but it is not necessary to keep you going. Please don't try to fit in. None of my classmates wanted to be a doctor. I had to believe in myself that I would and could be successful. You believe in you. Take pride in your uniqueness. People will love and respect you once they know that you have the guts to be yourself. Most people wish they could do the same. Keep going. Believe in yourself. You will inspire many as a result. Remember, it is much better to walk in the right direction alone than to follow the herd in the wrong direction. Be proud of who you are. Stay true to yourself. Life is a song. Do not let anyone write your song for you. You move forward to your own tune and march to your own drummer. Till next time, praying for your success and wishing you the very best.